Hello everyone, welcome back to Embedded Ninja. Today we are going to dive into something really exciting, the history of C programming language. But before we talk about C itself, in this particular course we plan to upload more videos on C programming, which will be really helpful for upcoming video lectures like for embedded systems. So we planned this entire series to be the fundamentals of all major C concepts. So before we start C programming, we really need to know the history of programming language because C did not appear out of blue moon. It has a fascinating backstory with many programming languages contributing to it. So let's start at the very beginning. In 1960, a language called Algol, it was invented by international group of scientists. Actually, Algol stands for Algorithmic Language. It was one of the first languages designed to describe algorithms, which are step-by-step instructions for solving problems. You ask what is an algorithm? Algorithms are mainly used in order to break down the complex logics into a simpler manner. So Algol was used mainly for that, like to solve a step-by-step instructions of a complex logics. And Algol introduced many concepts that became important in modern programming languages like structured programming. It influenced many future languages till date, including C program, Java, JavaScript, whatever languages which evolved after C. While Algol itself did not directly evolve into C, but we can tell that Algol was one of the groundwork it laid down the groundwork to invent C. In 1967, a new language called BCPL was created by Martin Richards. Actually, it was designed to be simple, efficient, especially for writing system software like operating systems and whatever software built on top of operating systems. Initially, it was written in BCPL around 1967 time. And BCPL is important because it introduced the concept of low-level programming language that could run on different machines. This idea would heavily influence the design of future languages, especially the one called B. It was invented by Ken Thompson, which we'll be seeing in the next. In 1970, Ken Thompson created a language called B. B was inherited from BCPL language, but it was even more simplified. It was developed to work on early computers like PDP-7. Actually, PDP-7 is an 18-bit microcontroller based computer, and it did not have much memory or processing power. But B allowed programmers to write more efficient code that was easy to run on these machines. Although B programming language, it wasn't widely used for a long time, but it became the foundation for something bigger, and that something was C programming. And C programming, we all know it is invented by Dennis Ritchie, and we'll be seeing that next. In 1972, Dennis Ritchie developed C programming. He took the ideas from B language and BCPL language and he made C more powerful. Initially, C was developed to be both high level and low level. This means you could write code that was easy for humans to understand, but also efficient enough to control hardware directly. Yes, C program, it has a concept like pointers where we can directly tweak the registers of the hardware. So C became a game changer for system programming, and it even played a big role in creating Unix operating system, which is still used today. Actually, Dennis Ritchie, he is the co-founder for Unix operating system. In 1978, K and RC became famous. Actually, K and RC, it is not a new programming language, but it is a standardization given by the author. Actually, there are two authors, Cragen and Ritchie. They both joined together and they wrote a book called The C Programming Language, which was introduced to the world known as K and RC. This version of C became first standard form of the language, meaning it was the first widely accepted version of C. This book is still considered as C programmers Bhagavad Gita because it helped to spread the language across the world. In 1983, ANSI gave few standard to existing K and R C. They standardized a few guidelines in C program. And in 1990, again ANSI joined with ISO. They updated the standardization. Finally, in 1999, a new standard called C99. It was introduced to bring C up to the speed with modern programming practices. It added new features and improvements. It kept C relevant in the rapidly changing tech world. Although we now have a newer languages like C++ and Java, C remains one of the most widely used and powerful programming languages today. It influences can seen everywhere in modern software development, also in embedded system development. Without C, it will be very difficult. We cannot use like other languages like Java and JavaScript in embedded system because C has a powerful concept called pointers. Using pointers, we can directly manipulate the registers by going to the correct base address. So C is one of the most powerful and influenced programming language even in 2024. So these all are the history of C programming. In order to achieve the perfect standard, C undergone these many changes. KNRC, ANSI, and again ANSI combined with ISO, they gave you standard, and the official C99 was adopted in 1999. So actually, C language did not just appear one day. It is the result of years of development, starting all the way back in 1960s till 1999. And understanding the history behind C programming help us to appreciate how far programming has come. Dennis Ritchie, the brilliant mind behind C programming language. Because of him, we all now using laptop, mobiles. Because of his innovation, Unix was created. And if you found this video helpful and want to learn more about programming and embedded systems, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.